I get a lot of people reaching out to me on Instagram or in the YouTube comments, or you're sending me an email and asking me, "Hey Charles, how do I get more streams? How do I get 1 million streams on my next release? Or how do I get more fans?" But mostly about streams, and specifically about Spotify. I'm not sure really why Spotify is getting all the attention, but I feel it too. Especially with my first releases, I was all about the Spotify streams. This video is specifically for you if you find yourself in the position where you have this pressure to you feel like you need to have a lot of Spotify streams, monthly listeners. That time of year where it comes around where Spotify does that year-round wrap up where they tell you how many streams you got and how much watch time you have on all your songs. So if you find yourself in that position, then this video is for you to help you reframe the question of why. So why do you want streams? I'm not saying streams are bad. I'm a full-time artist and musician myself. I have a Spotify page. I love when people stream my music, and I love when my monthly listeners are going up. That's not a bad thing. I think the thing we need to look out for as artists is putting a lot of attention on these vanity metrics that don't really mean a lot. These metrics as monthly listeners, streams on each song, don't really matter. It's more of a popularity metric for a platform, Spotify, that is just a company. So go deeper on your why of why you want streams, and when you can properly answer that question, then you'll feel much better because you'll start to productively prioritize your time, and you're going to feel better about yourself. So for example, do you want streams because you want more money, or do you want streams because you want to be famous, or do you want streams for clout, or is it to brag a bit? Clout. You have to answer that question for yourself, because it can't just be I want streams. There has to be a deeper underlying why about that. And if it's because you want to be famous, or you want to be a rock star, or you want to tour the world, or you want to make money, that's okay. That's your answer then. And then you can focus on that thing, not the streams. So let's take two examples of your why, and then let's go through them. And maybe it is your why, so this video would be really valuable to you then. So let's take two examples. One would be you want streams to make money, and then the second thing is you want streams to be famous, to become a rock star and tour the world. Let's take the first example of money. So if you want streams to make money as your primary source of revenue, I think you should completely rethink that strategy. It should be on your list of potential revenue layers. It is one of mine. I still make money off streaming, but it's never been a primary focus. So I think you should rethink that if it is a primary focus for a couple reasons. One, it's just extremely low. It can also be known as like a loss leader in the business world, where it likely takes more of your time and more of your money to make a song than what you get back in a stream, in a royalty payout. So if you're having hundreds of millions of streams, okay, it's likely worth it. But to get hundreds of millions of streams, you likely have a large marketing and promotion budget, right? So even then, it's still, you might be breaking even. Like the payout is so low, and it's difficult to put an exact number on a Spotify stream payout. But let's look at this blog post here, and it's difficult to put a single number on a Spotify stream, because it's not just one stream equals $1. It's like where the stream is coming from. Is a stream of a certain quality? For example, every city or every country in the world have different amounts of quality. So for example, this blog post here says it's 0.03 cents, I guess, or $0.003, for a stream. So on average. So you have to get at least, if you want, let's just say 1 million streams times $3,000. So you need, $3,000 a month. So you need 1 million streams a month. So you need 12 million streams a year, every year for your career, right? So if you want to have a 30-year career as a musician, then you need 12 million streams. So 12 times 30 years. So you need 360 million streams over your career. Is that possible for you to do? Maybe. Maybe it is. It's especially possible if you are a professional musician. However, when you are at that level, streaming is again still not your main source of revenue. It's likely touring at that point. So that's why you should rethink streams as your primary source of revenue and focus. Still have it. It's still good. But have it as not as the main priority. I think you should focus on, if you want to make music and you're going to upload to Spotify, consider making music there are many ways to make music, to make money in music. For example, sync licensing and selling your music to brands is a big thing right now because there's so much music and it's really easy to make music in a room like this and make really professional music, and you sell it to brands. So for example, we just did that, 1 million streams for $3,000 on average, right? It's not unheard of to make a song and sell that song for $3,000, upwards to 10 in the tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the brand, depending on the project. So if you make 4 of those a month, let's say on the low end, on the $3,000 for a song, now you're making $12,000 a month if you have the relationship with an ad or an ad agency or a music supervisor. Of course, here, if you're going to do it in the music licensing world, the ad world, there's going to be a lot of upfront work, and I can't talk to that. It's something that I'm just starting to get into myself, that I don't really know of that world yet, but I know that it takes, and the courses that I've taken that teach you this is once you have those relationships, you're kind of good, but it takes a year, 2, maybe 3 to build those relationships. So there's like 3 years where you're not making any money, and then finally like the floodgates open, and then you're making, you could be making $12,000 a month. So to wrap up that example, if you want streams to make money, then don't focus on streams. Focus on other ways to make money that are more that have more of a return on your investment, which is your time, right? You're investing your time to make music, and then you get money. And right now in this example, you're doing it for streams and waiting for that DistroKid payment or TuneCore or whatever. Don't rely on streams for money. Focus your time. If it's for money, then focus your time on making money somewhere else. Like, you could literally get a minimum wage job at a fast food restaurant and probably make more money than what you would on your TuneCore payout for this month. Let's take a look at this second example, which is if you want streams on your Spotify account, you want big monthly listeners, you want hundreds of thousands of streams on your songs because you want to get attention of labels to be that next big thing, to be that next big pop star or rock star, and you want to tour the world from that. I think, of course, it's good to have these metrics, but I think they're misguided at the beginning because I spent a lot of time trying to get my numbers up, it's easy to get 100,000 to have your song on Spotify say 100,000. Like, it's really easy to do that. You can pay to do that. I don't recommend doing that, but this is what I mean. It's so easy to do that, just to have those vanity metric numbers up there, that a lot of times it doesn't really mean anything. And then when you strip everything from that, you're just left with your lack of time, that you haven't built your skill set. So what I think and what I'm doing is focusing less on the vanity metrics that you see on Spotify, for example, and taking that time to focus on 2 things: collaboration and networking, because a big part of it to get the attention of labels and to get the attention of booking managers and agents is actually who you know. So it's your networking, and a good way to network is to collaborate with people. So spending the time collaborating and then balancing that with spending the time building your skill set, because also it comes down to how good are you? Whether you're a singer, a songwriter, a producer, are you actually good? And have you spent the time practicing? If not, then you're going to get famous all of a sudden, and then people will realize, oh, you're actually not that good. So then you just won't become famous anymore. Like, if you make a big TikTok video and you get 20 million views, awesome. You just went viral, but then people realize, oh, you're not that good. So you need to back it up with a skill set, and you need to spend the time and the hours every day working. And while I'm saying this is what I'm doing. I spend the time just practicing and working to try to become a better songwriter, because I've been on the other side where I've spent hours and hours making TikTok videos and trying to go viral and thinking that's the right approach, but then realizing, hey, at the end of the day, I really want to become good at something, because for one, it makes me feel better and I'm more fulfilled by it. And then when it happens, then you are good because you spent the time practicing, and then it can really snowball there. If you have a viral video where you already become good, then it's just going to really snowball from there. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Let's debate about this. If you've had some success or a lot of success with streams, let me know in the comments and let's have a productive debate there. Hope to see you in the next video.